Hi everyone, welcome to our How to Asalato series where we bring for you a library of single-handed Asalato tricks to learn. Today we are going to learn how to shake and using the shake's momentum to execute a flip-flop. In this tutorial, you will need a metronome to provide the tempo for which the practices are built upon. We will also be providing quite a bit of practice sets for you to understand the concepts that we are bringing across, and at the same time we have slow motion videos to show what's happening at a slower speed. Now, the basis of a flip-flop is actually a shake. Doing a consistent shake will give you the momentum to execute your flip-flop. So we have two practices here to help you with your shake motion. There are two ways we want to familiarize ourselves with doing the shake. Firstly, we are starting from this position, and the second one is from this. You can learn how to hold the asalato over here. We have two parts to a shake. We have the downward and we also have the upward. So if you combine them together, it should be. To ensure that our downward shake is present, we want to incorporate this practice here, where we relax our index and thumb, okay, and we do the shake motion, forward and back. If I tighten it, it should not have any click. And if I release, for your understanding, this is because if I shake downwards, the asalato will go down, and if I go up, there's a space in between. So each time I go down, there's a click and up. Now you can practice with me here. I'll incorporate a video that is at 100 beats per minute. The other shake that we need to get comfortable with is the shake originating here. Okay, so to catch the asalato this way, you can refer to the previous video that I've mentioned before. Okay, but our starting position will be from here. Okay, we are grabbing with our index and our thumb is pulling. Okay, and there shouldn't be a space if I'm grabbing it tightly. Now the technique behind this particular practice set is to relax your last few fingers. Okay, when you relax it, there will be a space in between, and when you shake upwards, your ball here will come up and create a click this way, for example. Okay, as you can see, when I relax my last three fingers, I create the space, and the shake motion will bring the ball up and down. And this will identify your shakes upwards. Let's do it together with the metronome. The clicks generated from this kind of practice may be softer, but it's okay. Just make sure that you're focusing on the shake motion to be generated. This way, the momentum forward and backwards will help you with your flip-flop. Before entering the flip-flop from a shake, there are a few important tips for you to take note of. Firstly, my palm is spread as such, not overly spread or too tight this way. And right now my fingers are all straight with my palm, but at times when you're playing the flip-flop, even though I'm relaxed, my palm is not cupped this way. And the position of my thumb is very important in performing the flip-flop. Let me show you in the slow motion video. To get into more details, the thumb is important because the rope has to come over the thumb, and with this thumb space, your asalato can collide better. If your thumb is not present, for example, if it's open up too wide and the rope is only over your index, you will overextend and the click will not sound very solid. One last tip is to relax yourself when you're playing the Asalato. If your shoulders are too tense this way, okay, or your hands are so tense and you cannot really get that shake moving out, no, relax yourself and let the momentum take over when you're performing the flip-flop. There's two ways where you can enter into a flip-flop from your shake. For this position here, we are exiting on the downward shake. However, for here, we are exiting on the upward shake. So let's start from this position. We'll incorporate our shake with the metronome. After 4 counts, we are going to release on the 1, okay, and hold it there. Now, to continue on with your flip-flop, this time, don't stop. Okay, we want to continue the shake motion and carry on with letting the momentum take over. So let's try it together at 100 beats per minute. Now for the second point of entry to your flip-flop, we are starting here. From this position, we want to know how to enter into a flip-flop. So we will practice the same way as the previous release. So we will also shake first, and once we release, let the momentum take over and stop there. Have a look at this. After you have practiced a few times of releasing the Asalato up, we want to let the shake continue so that the momentum will drive the flip-flop continuously. So for example, now together with the metronome at 100 beats per minute. Now that I've covered the two ways that you can enter into a flip-flop, we're going to move on to practice sets. This practice will help you to incorporate more rhythm variations by using the stops with grab. Now the first practice that I'm going to share with you is to exit the Asalato from this angle. With the metronome at 100 beats per minute, the second flip-flop practice will incorporate grab on this end. So we'll start out from here. With these two practices, I hope that you don't limit your rhythms to just this. You could actually do variations. For example, I can do a longer type of flip-flop before I choose to grab and stop. So I'll include over here a short video. So that was just an example as to how the catch on both ends will give you different rhythm variations with the amount of flip-flop you incorporate also. Have fun with this practice and I hope to see you in the next one.